Okay, so that's our LIGO 20 volt cordless lawnmower unboxed and assembled. Super simple assembly, but let's go over now the specifications of this cordless lawnmower. So in terms of the deck size, it's a 33 centimeter deck, which is around 13 inches. So that is quite a small deck. So this is designed for smaller lawns, and I would say up to a maximum of around 300 square meters. If you have anything larger than that, really you should be looking for a slightly larger cordless lawnmower deck size. But this is absolutely ideal for those smaller lawns, or even middle-sized lawns. If you've got 300 square meters, this is also going to be ideal because it is so compact, it's so lightweight. It's super compact, as you can see there. You can just literally lift that up with one hand. So if you have an allotment or somewhere where you need to take this maybe to a neighbor, you need to put it in your car, this is going to be absolutely fantastic in terms of its size. But again, we need to see how well it cuts, how well it performs, and we'll be doing that later on my lawn. So in terms of the batteries, you get 2 batteries supplied with this. These are 20 volt each, so it's going to run at 20 volts, and these are 2 amp hours each. So that's going to give you, I estimate, around 15 minutes of runtime on each battery. And that is dependent on the condition of your lawn. So if it's really long, the lawn, then that may go down to 10 minutes on each battery. So this is going to give you enough to cut a lawn of that size with these 2 batteries, which is fantastic. You have a battery gauge there on the batteries as well, so you can see exactly how much charge they have in, which is really nice to see, and they just go into the machine really nice and easy. And you also have a safety key here as well, as you can see. So that safety key needs to be plugged in order for the mower to work, but essentially your battery just slides in like so, and that's it, it's ready to go. Pop the key into the slot here like so, and that's it, you're now ready to mow. So that's essentially what you get. If we have a look underneath the deck of the mower, you'll see there, you can see there that 33 centimeter cutting width. You do get a tool as well, so that you can take the blade off, which is really nice that LIGO have included that. You don't have a rear roller, so I don't know if you can notice there that there's no rear roller on this mower, so no striped lawns, but you do have this double skin, and it's so nice to see on a mower at this price point. I mean, this is a budget mower. I have seen this for just under £100. It's incredible, the price of this mower. So I really don't understand why anyone would buy a corded mower when you can pick these up just as cheap as a corded mower, but you have that lovely flexibility of having the batteries and not having any power cord, not having to find that power socket, and just having that complete flexibility to use this anywhere that you don't have a power supply. You're not tripping over that cable all the time as well. And you've got a double skin here. It's incredible. Normally a mower at this price point has a very thin piece of plastic for its deck, and it easily becomes scuffed and damaged. This has a double skin on it, which is really nice to see for a mower at this price point. So no rear roller for striped lawns. You also have these grass combs on the side that LIGO have included. And essentially what that does is it makes it cut better up to the edge, because it's going to pull all that grass into the path of the blade, and that's going to mean less trimming for you to do. So really nice to see that. Very impressed as first impressions. So in terms of the grass collection box, it's an all solid collection box, which is really good, but there looks like there's lots of holes there for the circulation. So we're going to see how well this picks up, because the more circulation you have, the better the collection of the grass cuttings is going to be. But again, we're going to test that out. One thing I noticed that is not on this collection box is a grass fall flap. So no grass fall flap on this one, but there are plenty of holes for you to see when this is full and it needs to be emptied. But that's just something to be aware of. So that is a 25 litre grass collection box, and that's good for a 33 centimetre deck size. That's perfectly adequate there. So what else are you getting? In terms of the recharge times, you're looking at 120 minutes per battery. So you need to make sure you have these on charge in plenty of time before you go out to mow. But naturally you always have that spare battery there should you need it, so 2 batteries supplied. In terms of the weight, it's 8 kilograms, and I mentioned that earlier how lightweight this is, and you can see there, even with its battery in, it's super lightweight, super portable, and that's what this mower is all about. It's going to be about those smaller lawns and portability as well. Okay, so in terms of the cutting heights, you have 3 cutting heights with this one, which is great. This is going to be enough. It's 20, 40 and 55 millimeters. In Imperial, that's 0.79 inches, 1.6 of an inch and 2.7 of an inch. So it's only those 3 cutting heights there. There is no central lever to adjust this. It's all done through adjusting the cutting height on the axle. But once you have this in position, the height that you want, you're not really going to be adjusting the cutting height, so I can't really see that being a big problem. But if that is a problem for you, you do like to adjust your heights up and down, then you may consider that that's going to be too much of a hassle in order to adjust the heights, constantly turning it over to adjust the wheels. And let me just show you how that works. So essentially here you have your bar, and what you're going to do is just pull it out of its slot. So if I want to bring this up higher and do that, it does work well, it does work, but it's not as convenient as having a height adjustment lever on the top here. But that did work well and it was relatively easy. But again, that's something just to keep in mind, that there's no central height adjustment on this mower. In terms of the handles, you have this dual starter here, which is really nice to see. That means it's going to make it so much easier for going around left-hand turns and right-hand turns as well. There is no padding on here, it is just the bars, but having said that, it does feel quite comfortable. And remember, this is for smaller lawns, so you're not going to be using this for hours and hours on end. So to start the mower, it's simply a case of pressing this safety button here and then powering the mower up, like so, and that can be done from either the left hand side or the right hand side, which is a nice feature. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. It looks very promising in terms of the quality and the build quality that you're getting for the price that I paid for this. But now let's go out and let's test this and see how well it performs.